Something called color of law?
Yes, I mean, why is our civil rights been violated? I know our civil rights have always
No, I'm
been.
not talking about your civil rights. Our civil rights have been.
You folks here.
No, there's
No,
two.
these two right here that I'm pointing at.
You two, right? Why were your
Correct.
rights violated?
Our civil rights is being violated because all these people you see on the sign, including those that you'll read about in that paper, are trying to cover up for one of their friends who's a general contractor who embezzled $1.2 million between two banks and wanted us to look past it.
So
the
how
contractor, in other words, our business, our company.
you run a company?
We have a
What's the
company.
name of your company?
Investors Portfolio is in there.
Investors Portfolio. And what is Investors Portfolio?
It's a real estate investing company.
And DJ here is involved in this?
No, DJ here. None of these had anything to do with this. They allowed themselves to get drug into it by.
The general contractor drug these into it.
Correct.
The general contractor drug them in how? By the city council. He came to a city council meeting.
Okay, let me tell you something. We're not going into the details.
But let me explain some of what you have to do. Let me explain.
No,
something.
I don't have to.
No, let's say, ask, what is, yeah.
Let me explain to you what you have to do and see what you. Can I be constructive critical of you too?
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. I mean, this is Ashley Rozier. I'm an activist, and it doesn't matter. I'm
Yeah, we understand.
Okay, and he can record. If you can't converse with a person like me and explain to you, the public is not going to back you. If the public
is backing this.
Man,
Just
listen to what I'm. Well,
Let him talk.
Go ahead, just finish.
and he can tape it. And I'll go
No, I
to
am.
TV and say this. If you don't have enough concrete, I'm trying to help you if I was an attorney. If you don't have
Well,
enough
first of all,
concrete.
you didn't even let us finish
But
explaining
I
to
asked you and you were general.
No.
He gave me more detail than what you gave.
Exactly.
And then you being very if you want the mass
Let him
majority of
talk.
the people to get engaged with you and to help you, you got to be very much so being able to converse with them, because I'm interested, because people have called my office and they want to know if this is some mess or rhetoric out here, if this is somebody who's personally just angry, or if a person got something legitimate, because everybody rights many times have been civil rights have been violated. Many African Americans, every day I walk the street, people are number one, not because of just the color of my skin, because people are homophobic, people have so many isms. So therefore, I understand when people are bigots or prejudiced, or they don't give people opportunity, and people's life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness is not implemented, carried out, which is in the preamble in the Constitution and our Bill of Rights. So I understand all of that. I understand the corruption of the judiciary system. I understand that. But what I'm trying to do is understand what is actually going on. Because even though you say you have support, people easily run. They'll tell you rhetoric they're supporting you. But when it comes down to really heat, people run. All I'm trying to say, is this legitimate enough to say that people need to organize and mobilize and be behind you? You know, people knock the Tea Party. Well, I respect the Tea Party. The Tea Party is doing what they're supposed to do because the Constitution gives them that right. And they're a very powerful group of people who are really concerned about what's happening economically in this country. Some people are angry with the moral majority. Well, some of the moral majority are right what they're talking about. You know, so America, give us the right to protest. This is a free country.
Exactly.
All I was trying to do is understand how is DJ Harris, who resigned from the city council, and these other people are involved in this. How? That's all I'm saying.
Okay, and that's why I was saying to you, without the mode, what I was trying to say to you before you interrupted me, is that the information that we want to provide, and that we've been advised to provide, is what's in this document.
But people don't want to read that document like
Yes,
that. They want to
do.
hear.
People are reading.
Let's explain this to you. When you write down a lot of stuff on paper, people look at that.
Are they?
You're the source.
Okay, let me explain.
Let me finish this part.
No,
you're
let
the
me
source.
explain.
You two
Let me
are the
explain.
source.
You butt in.
Okay,
You
the
want to
two
know?
source,
I'll tell you.
And people want
Let
to
me
hear
explain
from
this to you.
Then they'll read this, okay? But
Stephen
you're the
Stokes.
main people. They
I'm
want to
gonna go around each one of them.
Okay, tell me about Attorney Stokes.
Stephen
What?
Stokes. I've been knowing him for over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I recommended that they go and see Stephen Stokes.
Mm-hmm.
They sat down with him. In less than 5 minutes, they told him all the people involved. He kept them in their office for over 2 hours. After 2 hours of writing information down, he decided that he didn't want to represent them.
No, he didn't. He wanted to represent.
And then he
Wait a minute, she said, so what's happening?
No,
did he
let
or
me
he
finish.
did not? I'm just listening. She said he
He
did.
did want to represent us. He wanted to charge us
What?
$3,500
He wanted to charge 3,500. That's what she said.
a piece.
Okay, a piece.
That's 7,000.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Can I give you some legal advice, though?
No.
Are you a lawyer?
Look,
We have-
let me
Are you
explain
attorney?
something.
We got, sir, we got
Man,
5
I'm
I
better
don't know
known
you.
than who you think I am in this
Sir, are
community.
you
I
an
know who
attorney?
you are.
I'm trying to help
Are you an attorney?
You need to be careful how you listen.
Are you an attorney?
Listen to me.
You can't give us
Listen,
any legal
I
advice.
can give you a lot of time.
No, you can't.
Okay.
No, you can't.
She doesn't even know she's out
No,
there. I
you can't. You
Yeah,
can't.
I
The
know
lawyers
you-
would
who
support
you are.
me. Okay.
Okay, if you said it's not effective, then why are people calling you?
Why are people calling you if it's not
That's because they
effective?
know I know about community and activism.
Okay.
Let me explain what you have to do, sir. Be careful how
Are you an attorney?
I know how we.
Are you an attorney?
I know
Let him talk. Let him talk.
careful how
Let's see how you
some of the stuff to the public, because that makes
What have
sure
we brought to
people
the public?
who deals with family.
So what? So what?
When you're dealing with the system, you have to be careful, young man, because what happens when you talk a lot and you ain't got everything all structured, you get some general information, but don't give everything specific.
We haven't. That's why you don't have it.
Because when they were something,
That's exactly
well,
why
what
we give
happens
it
in
to
the
you.
end, I'm just.
Where you been for 3 weeks? We've been out here for
Exactly.
3 weeks.
Did DJ send you over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a DJ, man.
Okay.
All I need you to do is just
Okay.
He should have
And
told
what
us.
I'm saying,
Did he
this
say
area
why we
is
being
a-
Man,
general?
we've been out
Then
here
he
for
said, don't
3
be.
weeks. Where you
Ain't,
been?
ain't no mister to me. That's
You see how
DJ.
they doing all this emotional?
All I
You're
No,
not
you
gonna
don't want
gain-
being emotional.
You won't gain the support
You
of the
are
power
being
to-
emotional.
Okay.
You
We didn't
have
ask
no
you for
power.
nothing.
We got the ultimate power. You
We
have
didn't,
no
ask, we
power.
didn't ask you for
Sir,
nothing.
We didn't ask you to come do nothing.
We didn't ask you for
You're not
nothing
an
to invite
attorney.
you out here.
You can come to my office.
We don't need your legal advice.
Coming to your
We ain't
office.
nobody going to your
Who are
You
office.
ain't gonna win nothing.
You
You
are
finished.
you?
Yeah, you
You
finished
finished
too.
too.
Emotional.
Man, go and tell somebody
Yeah.
about
Judges
age.
listen.
You don't get out of our
Come
face.
to the
Bye.
office where you can sit down and talk. Because them judges
Nobody don't
not
need to
gonna
talk
hear
to
that.
you.
Look, when you got a suit against somebody, you upset. It's how you approach it, how you talk to people, how you humble
Exactly.
yourself,
You
and through
need to humble
humility.
yourself.
But when you, I've done
Don't
nothing
come out here
but very
representing
professional.
nobody.
I'm talking
You're not
very much so
professional.
articulating. I'm not threatening. Most law-abiding citizens would say I was very kind out here.
No,
All
you
I'm doing
weren't.
is saying,
Sir, you told us we're being too general. Then you sat right
And
there
then
and
you-
gave him
I'm saying
advice not to be specific.
okay, I'm
That
telling
doesn't
you,
even
I'm
make
trying to
sense.
say to you,
Is
you're doing
is your
something.
hat on too
Certain
tight?
people walking by here. If
You the
had
one
a
drew
different-
attention.
You seem to be very responsible. If you had the demeanor that was
No,
right,
my family are very responsible.
yeah, but they
It's
weren't
just that-
talking
it's
like
just- No, it's just that how the way you when you stood there.
professionalism is that way. I'm
No,
gonna ask you
it's-
questions.
I understand that, but then
Yeah, but we don't have to answer the questions because you're not the judge or the jury.
You stood there, listen. You stood
You
there.
talking about we being too general? Then he telling him.
You're
not
not the
to be
judge or the
specific.
jury.
Let Emmanuel talk. You
Wife.
fix him up.
Now it's both of us together. You just stood there and
Emmanuel,
told
fix
my
him up.
wife that my wife just gave you general information, but I gave you specific. Regardless of whether she gave you general information or specific, you told her to cut her off because you said, "Ma'am, I'm trying to hear you." You wouldn't let her finish. A lot of information.
It's how she approached it.
No, it's
No, it's how you approached it.
responded to
You
it.
approached the picket
Okay.
line.
Hear me out. Just like
His main thing, come up, get a
What it
decision.
was.
DJ.
Yeah, exactly.
this what it
So you
is.
can't take
If we
nothing
was
back
to-
to DJ
let me
because
go.
you don't know nothing more than what
A
you
lot of
came here with.
information that we have,
Actually, you got the
according
paper in
to
your
the
hand that you probably already
high
seen.
authorities, told us don't even worry about that. That's why we're not going to give.
Okay, it's
a
all
lot
right.
of
It's
information
fine.
out.
It's
Just
fine.
like what you just said. You said you just can't give. a lot of
Exactly.
Right, you don't supposed to.
And we
But
weren't.
just general stuff, and that's all I was saying.
Now I'm
But
in.
here's the thing
Now I'm
that
in the
will make
community,
you guys
Mr.
more
Rozier.
effective. When Dr. King and Malcolm X and everybody like
You
the Tea
weren't there.
Party too started their movement,
Mhm.
they had to go out and know how to galvanize the people,
Mhm.
the churches. If you get involved and you can get some of the preachers in the community on your side to look at this,
How you gonna
that's
do
what
that?
it's about.
They're the most
How you do that,
hypocritical.
You got to find the right people that has the charisma and personality.
And if you read
and
that
the
about-
humility, and-
If you read that, sir, you got about 5 of the largest preachers involved in this.
The person who did the embezzlement is a so
Well,
how?
I mean-
so it's not.
But all pastors aren't
You
embezzled.
got, but what I'm telling you, you
And
got
not all
5
little short
you got
black men are
5
community
pastors.
activists.
Because
Ain't no
if we
community
read that, if we go to different churches,
It's right there, 110.5 in Gillespie Street, the office right
Yeah,
there.
but what specifically do you do?
I do drug, AIDS, diabetes, fight
What they
police
got to do with
brutality.
civil rights?
What's that got to do with
It has
civil
a lot
rights?
to do with civil rights. There people every day discriminated because they have
That's what I'm
alcohol
talking
substance abuse, because they're homeless, because they're poor, and because they're working
ask you
class.
something.
If DJ here
Yeah.
name
Let me
wasn't
ask
on here, you wouldn't even be over
Let me
here
ask you
talking.
something, and this is really sincere. Why is it that about 3 African American, black, whatever you want to call you guys, have come to our picket line trying to disrupt our picket line?
We're not disrupting.
Sir, let me
We
let
asking
me
questions.
let me say something. You asked me a question. I answer you generally, which I should do. Okay?
Because we're trying to find out to see if we were going to support you.
Let me finish what I'm
Who's
saying.
we?
Let me
There are
finish.
many people, if they thought that you were right and had some right to
Let me
what you
tell
were
you
doing,
what I'm saying.
would support you.
They would come ask. Who are we?
Let me ask you something.
You represent you. You don't represent we.
If the governor's office and the FBI thinks it's important for us to be here, whoever else have anything to say, I really could care less.
We understand, and I support
I really can.
any man and woman boycotting a protest because the Constitution gives you that right. Nobody's
But
knocking
sir,
that. You
can
have
I
that
ask you
right.
this? I gave you general answers because that's what I've been advised based on our legal counsel. You tell me, why are you being so general? You should be more specific. You go down here and tell my husband.
That ain't what I was saying. I was saying about the 3,500 and what you did in detail there. That's what I'm saying. Don't be specific.
You was being
I
nosy.
say you got to be specific on giving the information right to the public so they can decide whether it's always about public. Let me explain something to you. When a person goes to court, it's all about what the public thinks on you.
Correct.
No,
it's not.
No, it ain't.
No, it ain't. That's what
You ain't been in court then.
No,
it's not.
In the end, it's public.
No, it's not.
It's all about
the public,
politics.
the public wouldn't even known about this, and we wouldn't have joined the public.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, Rozier II.
First of all, the public wouldn't even known about this, and we didn't take it public.
All right, but you did bring it to the public now.
And the public wouldn't have
brought it
nothing
to
to do
the
with it.
public. See, now you brought it to the public. So when you bring it to the public is just gonna be curious. It's what's happening. And if this is true, what you're saying,
it's not
I got to say it that way. I mean, ethically and morally, you have to say it that way. If this is true, then therefore this will help someone else. And if it's not true or whatever, but you still have that right. If you feel that you have been unjustly in the court system, the process during the court system is important. That's all I'm saying to you. But I'm saying it also is good too when you're trying to mobilize and galvanize people.
We're not mobilizing anything but our family.
Well, let me ask you this, sir.
You need a lot of other people sometimes. The numbers mean a lot when you're trying to get anything done.
Numbers mean something, but let me ask you this. Couldn't your approach have been different? No, let me show you something. You keep talking about you want to teach people something. When I asked you, I said read that. You could have took the time.
I said I'm gonna read this. Yes,
correct.
That's what I did.
Correct.
But if somebody asks me a question, I don't have to read this. I'm gonna tell them all.
No, but I could have told you, and I told you in general. You got upset because I wouldn't tell you the specific details
about DJ here.
DJ here.
That's
DJ
right.
here done said
That's the main reason for coming over here.
No, it's not.
Yes, it was.
No, it's not.
You ain't been over here no time other than that.
My father died December 13, 2010. I bet you his death. And I love him more than anything in the world. And I got a little emotional when I said that to you. That Mr. Hurd has not even talked to me about this. I bet you my father is dead.
Why
and
was DJ here your only concern when we have all these people?
Because immediately I didn't care what happened. The calls were more of that DJ here was out here because he just said that he was not going to run.
The day after we got out here.
But DJ Hurd did not tell me to come out here. And so I'm not even going to discuss that. He didn't. I didn't even know Attorney Stokes was here. I know him, but it's not even about them. I'm telling you, it's not about them two men. I was interested in you as human beings.
This is what I'm saying to you. You come to get the information, and you should allow us the opportunity.
You still do. I'm not.
But
nobody told me to come.
You should have allowed us the opportunity, like we've done with everybody else who come. You came very confrontational.
No, I came asking questions.
You didn't.
No, when you got out of your vehicle, you said I'm
about to go
calling.
see what this stuff is with DJ's name on it. That was your first word. Was it or was it not? That's why you laughing.
You opened the door.
That's right, it is.
No, you
don't want any.
Now you know you got out with the wrong attitude.
No, I did.
That's right.
You did.
And that's what we're out here for right now. For this justice. You appreciate it. Go ahead and read it. Yeah, no, we don't have a website on that.
But you can go to YouTube and see some of this stuff. You'll see this later on YouTube.
And then you can go there and get information on that. Okay.
That's right. You got out of the car with an attitude.
Now, will you critique yourself? Will you understand now?
Yes.
Are you looking at, and I hope he's taping it, will you critique and evaluate?
You don't have to hope I told you I was taping it.
Because it takes a balance. Yes, you do. It takes a
Sir, you
balance.
absolutely set me off, and I'm going to be honest about it. You set me
If
off
I set you off, you're going to
because you
lose
were
this
being
court case. If you get emotional, because them judges going to tear you up in that court.
Sir, I serve a judge that's above every judge in that court.
When you are trying to get a point,
Demetri.
you got to be calm, man.
Let me tell you
Put
something.
that down.
Who says that? Who said that? I'm not concerned about no prosecution.
In court,
No, I'm not.
I want to talk to you about building the website.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about the website because that's more important.
Yeah, I'm sure.
After 3 weeks.
Exactly. The man.
I know.
Anytime if you come out, anytime, I don't care what you do. If I want to get the response that I'm looking for, I'm not going to come aggressive.